Hello, everyone, and welcome to guess what? We didn't realize this. The January 13th, 2024 Push Talk Show. We've got McLeod.
Yay!
We've got Softercell.
Hello.
We've been here forever trying to figure out a weird sound issue. Say that again, guys. Say yay again.
Yay.
Yay. Okay, I've got you guys working. We can't figure out why the routing of sound is working properly in this particular way, but we'll figure it out after the show. So nobody knows, but I'm going to sit here and drink, my mocha coffee because it might have, a little Bailey's chocolat in it. So.
Ooh, lovely.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I do hope that was
good. Unfortunately, I am not really in a real life winter wonderland.
We're in a bit of an outbreak at the moment, but hey, these things happen.
By the way,
it's the stuff.
Water. It is.
I don't have anything because I came in. I should probably go get some water at some point in the show.
I have water too.
As a
thing. I'm not in a winter wonderland, but I'm imagining that I'm in a winter wonderland. Because we have no snow. But I will say that last night our American flag got shredded by the wind. So we need a new one, and we need to burn the old one. So, and today is International Take Down Your Christmas Decorations Day at
Kansas Day Asmock. Fucking keyed out.
Or an Asmock. What? What's keyed out?
So no, I'm trying to deal with my lighting keying out slightly, and I think I solved it now.
Well, it's like it's your lighting looks like a gender reveal, and you don't know if it's a boy or a girl, or you're having twins. I'm not sure which.
I can't do it. Wait, if I change it to green, it keys itself out entirely, and then it just looks black, and has some weird kind of things. So it's that color because it's those two colors because those two colors are like nice contrasting between each other, and I can't use green.
So that's
how it is.
I have the what is it? Streamlabs? I forget what the fuck. I don't know who makes my desk. What is it? Magnus. Okay. The Magnus desk. Whatever. Anyway, it's got an LED in the front here that none of you can see, but all my neighbors can see out my front windows. And it's a nano leaf kind of strip that it is. And what would be really cool.
Oh, nice.
Is if I could get like the Cylon / hit red light going that would be cool.
Oh, that would be pretty awesome, yeah.
But I don't think they have that option. But right now it's blue and then it's white, blue, white, blue, white. I had it blue the other day, blue and yellow for the fantastic for those in the United States who follow college football. University of Michigan are the champions this year. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go Blue. And I'm sorry if this offends anybody in the audience because sometimes saying Go Blue does, because it offends all those Ohio State fans who think that their football program is the greatest and nobody likes you.
What, you mean there's a degree of tribalism in football? What is this?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Surely not.
By the way, I'll tell you one of those interesting NFL, National Football League locker room kind of unspoken rules, but it tends to happen, right? So you would think maybe like the wide receivers would all pick their lockers next to each other and the quarterbacks and all that stuff, right? That's not what happens in most NFL locker rooms. What happens is, this guy and this guy went to like University of Michigan. This guy and this guy went to the Ohio State. This guy and this guy went to Alabama. That's how they congregate, how they went to college. The college teams they played on. That tends to be how locker rooms in the NFL segregate out.
Okay.
Blue, insert SpongeBob chocolate meme here. Okay. I'm not sure I understand that one. But I mean,
probably need to know the chocolate, SpongeBob meme.
Has anybody seen? Has it? Yeah, maybe because I'm not a SpongeBob fan. But,
I'm not surprised, Eric. To be fair, like,
Oh no.
There's certain things that, like, are too young for me to even appreciate as such. Like,
I do have peanuts.
Although
today,
I have friends who are very into it. Like, I never really got behind the whole Pokemon shit. Like,
oh well,
to be completely honest.
I
think it was just that I was just that wrong side of, like, um, the sort of like the ideal age for like Pokemon, the Pokemon craze as well.
Oh, trust me, I had young kids during the SpongeBob craze. I just don't remember.
Oh,
Krabby Patties are cool. But and they were into the Pokemon.
I want to point out that Pokemon was a thing when I was young. So
you're still young.
Yeah, thank you, Eric.
Anything I can do for you, brother. The what is it?
$1 million.
Oh, if I could hit the lotto, we would have better graphics. Not that ours are bad. I really like our stuff.
No, that's good. Like, we had a bit of a refresh recently. No,
I'm not saying they're bad, but I'm just saying, maybe we'd hire a full-time producer that could actually get his sound settings on his PC correct before the show. By the way, I checked all my sound settings before the show, and everything seemed to be working, but I couldn't test somebody talking to me in Discord, so I didn't want to bug you guys. I just figured it would work, right?
That's fair. I could show you a trick on how to do that, on how to deal with that as such after the show, but
we'll deal with whatever. We'll work on it. But yeah, so so we're having a blast here. In the land of Asmock, Christmas decorations are coming down today. Kind of sad.
Oh, you're finally taking them down.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't lit it. Well, sometimes in the early weeks of January, we get a nice snowfall and they look cool. We have not had that. By the way, I just want to eat some peanuts.
I fully expect it to happen a little later on in the year.
I don't think we're going to have it. Let's see. I got a text. I got to see. Oh, yeah. By the way, these are. I'm not going to read. I'm not going to read the texts that are going back and forth today. I'm in one of those fantasy football hoopy-doopy things, right? And they've decided that we're going to run a playoff one where you kind of pick some people every week and you pay $25 and winner take all type of thing, right? So let's see. Can I read here? Okay. I'll read a couple of these. By the way, I read what my golf friends text to each other sometime to my wife, and she's like, when you say
what's wrong with you guys?
No. She goes, okay. I know you say that men really don't progress past the age of 9, 10, or 11, right? I mean, that's where we get, boom, we're done, okay? If there's any ladies watching and they don't know that, it's just true. And I'll read her what we say back and forth to each other. And she looked at me the last time I did. She goes, I really thought you were kidding about men, but you're not. You really don't get it. By the way, these are grown men that are older, right? Okay. This guy goes, by the way, this is the guy, one of the two guys that run our league. And he's trying to explain to 10 grown men with college degrees and run multiple businesses and all this shit, right? He goes, I don't understand how this is so hard, gentlemen. In a separate email sent to Gary and I, just send your lineup. It's like working with Jerry's kids. The first response, okay? I did, dick. I didn't. The other guy, the guy who said the first message, I didn't get it, Peckerhead. I sent 10 minutes ago, douche. I know you are old, but did you send it by carrier pigeon? Check your email. It shows it's being sent to you and Gary. Okay, it's just not loading for some reason. Let me know that you received it. Getting ready to leave for the next 4 or 5 hours. It must be my phone or something. I see the email, but it won't open. Can you just resend it to me, Gary? It is listening so-and-so and the rest, so I feel like it's just responded to the group. Just texted it to you.
Oh, Christ.
Okay, hold it. And then he goes, figures, your email just came through. And then somebody goes, heartwarming to see Stan and Ollie get this figured out. Okay. We do this for the betterment of the people. I'm not addicted to fantasy football. It's an income source. Your humility awes me. Thank you. I appreciate your compliment. About half of you are in already. Thanks, the humble one. Then somebody texts, doesn't email, they text their lineup, right?
That's a classic. Just completely ignore it. I'll send it over a text, you know.
He goes, he didn't see the text on his Razr flip phone. By the way, he says...
people still use those? Fucking hell.
Wait. He says, Cam is starting Kenny Pickett, so there's that. By the way, that's the Steelers quarterback that isn't playing today. And then somebody posts a picture of a flip phone. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything that I can't say?
I'm surprised he didn't say, I can't take a picture of my flip phone with my flip phone. I don't know how this works. How does this work?
How do they work?
By the way, then they call each other a word we're not allowed to say on the air, right? And followed by, sorry if I offended anyone. Followed by, oh wait, no, I'm not.
Yeah, I think Unichronic, like, Unichronic. I don't think it's the ones with the foldable screens that Eric's talking about. I think it's the old school kind of Razr flip phones.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the really fucking old ones.
Then there's a guy that's a big Patriots fan, and for those who don't know, the Patriots fired their coach of 27 years, Bill Belichick, who is, I think, 16 wins or so away from the all-time record. Okay? And he goes, come on now, give Mo a break. He's already twitching from not being able to have at least 3 Patriots in his lineup. Somebody goes, I saw him wearing a black veil since Belichick quit. And then they're making fun of team names. He goes, Cam's team name is Low Expectations. His name is a bit worse than my assessment of his team.
Yeah, no, I can see where the summation from your wife is like about it.
And by the way, that's a calm exchange.
It's a normal exchange, you know. But you know.
But yeah, I mean, it's
you got it's good, and it's what Brits would call good-natured joshing.
Oh, it is among guys that know each other well, right? And
yeah, you know.
Do we have to say it's 3 times every time we say it?
What?
I don't know. Is it?
Apparently it is.
Is it?
You two just did that.
What happened?
It's just good-natured joshing.
See?
Okay, whatever.
By the way, that's.
I'm sorry, Mr. Like grammar Nazi.
Ooh.
Or I don't know. Would you prefer the grammar police?
I don't really care. You can do it any way you want. By the way, I was talking to my friend the other day. I want to run this by you guys, okay? Because I have this friend who they're friends outside of me, not associated with this group of degenerates that I just read text from. Different group. All right. Would like to open a restaurant that serves primarily different soups. Now, not to say you're not going to have things like burgers and stuff like that, more solid stuff and things like that. But serves primarily soups and call it ladle. Okay? All their friends say, bad idea, nobody cares, nobody likes soups, nobody would come eat soups.
What?
Okay? and soups are not a meal. So this person, they get kind of told this is. I'm sitting there going,
classic Americans,
right. So this person tells me this, and I'm sitting there going, I would love to go to a place that serves all kind of different soups, right?
Yeah,
I think that would be cool.
I'd be interested in it purely on the basis of how crazy can soups go, or how like interesting and unique can like a chef that's or a restaurant that has soups as its priority.
Mm-hmm.
Like how far can soups go, right? Like I'd be interested
purely
on that basis.
Have you ever had what is it? It's like a squash soup, and it's like almost like pumpkin soup, and it's got cinnamon in it. It's sugary. It's actually sweet. Really good.
Oh, I mean, I've had.
You can do all kinds of stuff, and you could do stews too. Technically, get away.
Here's the thing. We do here in northern Germany. When we make pancakes,
mm-hmm.
We make a fruit soup with that. So we actually take some fruit in a glass with its own
with its juices, own juices. Okay.
Yeah, and then we heat that up, and we add vanilla pudding to thicken it up, and we dunk our pancakes into that.
Okay. I don't see
bad,
but
I know I know Mexico has like different soups as well. So like there's
really
like Mexican sort of styled soup dishes that you can have. And
the only Mexican soup we know in the United States is like tortilla soup, ham and bean soup with donuts. Okay, Veritas.
That's a weird. That's a very.
By the way, one. I'm a fan of the ham and bean soup. I mean, that's some good shit. Okay, especially when you make it with the ham bone in it.
For all the Americans that say soup is not a meal, lentil soup.
Oh, I'm just saying.
One bowl of that, and you're full.
You're pretty full. Yeah, for sure.
I'm just going. There's a lot of soups where I'm full. I mean, you got vegetable soup, vegetable beef, vegetable chicken. You got chicken noodle. You got, you got the whole cheese soup thing, right? Beer cheese soup. Then you throw broccoli in it.
I mean, you can go full on, European culinary, like, and full on French experience with, French onion soup.
But by the way,
and that's fucking amazing. That shit's off the chain.
I hate onions, so.
Oh, I love French onion soup. Arrow said something about and it went by, and I don't think it went to there, but best soup you ever had. Oh, here it is, made with animal testicles, right? That's like not uncommon for something.
That got flagged, and I was like, I'll allow it.
Yeah, I mean, it's true because it is a thing, right? Yeah, and bone marrow. Yeah, I mean, there. I thought the idea was awesome, and I would go to this place, on a regular basis, because when I go out to dinner, I think the whole soup thing is always lacking. Like they have the soup of the day, which never changes. Right? Or they actually change it and they have one all the time. By the way, I think technically you can throw chilies in there. What?
Have you never been to a faux restaurant?
We don't have many in my area, but yes, I mean, it's right on there with the faux stuff.
I mean, faux is soup, so.
And it's amazing soup. It's great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we have faux kits that, we can get Costco. And my sons make it all the time. But, I think I know of like maybe one faux restaurant downtown around me. It's not a huge thing, but in different towns, I think they have more of them. But yeah. And yes, no soup for you, which is one of the best Seinfeld episodes ever. I'm going with. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was an amazing idea, and they are told that their other friends outside of my realm, poo poo on it and say it's terrible.
I just want to point out that technically most chilies are also soup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and by the way, there's a down in DC. I mean, oh shit! When is
technically? Could you call shakshuka a soup?
It is a soup, yeah.
When is the DC thing
that's fucking
Brisk is doing?
That's great.
Did I forget that date already? Did I miss it?
What's that?
The DC meetup that Brisk is doing. I forget what date that is.
I have no idea.
It might be next weekend. I gotta look. Anyway,
yeah.
If it hasn't happened yet, yes, it is. I don't know, Mo Fosho, if you're talking to me in the DC meetup. Just somebody put the date if they know it in there. By the way, so those going to the DC meetup, okay. There is a this weekend. Yeah, so okay, if you're down there. And Eric missed it because I really was going to go to it this time, but
you didn't.
But I didn't because I'm stupid. I had too many things going on in my life to make it work, I guess, or I forgot about it. They have a great place down there. It's called the Hard Times Cafe, and they have more menu items. They've expanded them over time. But when the Hard Times Cafe originally started, like 30 years ago, they had 3 main things that they served, and it was 3 different types of chili. You had Texas chili, Cincinnati chili, and you had vegan chili. Okay. And these things were guaranteed to have been cooked for, I think at the time, 15 hours at least minimum. That was the least amount that they had stewed and had all their spices and flavors marinating and mixing and all that stuff. But by the way, so if you're down there or you ever go to DC, they have them all over the place. Hard Times Cafe. I think it used to be Hard Times Chili, but yeah, I think it's Hard Times Cafe now. Fabulous place to go eat. I love it. So they're not sponsoring the show, but they should because we're awesome. But yeah,
they should realize that they're getting shout outs.
Yeah. Well, going down to DC and not hitting Hard Times Chili is like coming to Pittsburgh and not going to Permanente sandwiches. Okay. You just need to do it.
Permanente sandwiches. Yeah.
There's actually a place here that an American from Philly opened up.
Philly cheesesteaks?
Yes, that is the thing he's doing.
Okay, so huge controversy.
That's the quintessential Philadelphia, or sort of culinary thing from Philadelphia.
Now Philadelphia's NFL stadium, I think it's the only one. People correct me if I'm wrong here. Is the only stadium that actually has a jail in the basement. Because Philly fans can't agree on shit even when the team's winning, okay? So, as a Pennsylvanian from the other side of the state, we are constantly lobbying the state of New Jersey to annex Philadelphia and just get rid of it, because it is not the city of brotherly love, okay? And but anyway, even Philadelphians have a giant controversy on exactly what the correct and proper Philly cheesesteak should be made of. Okay? Is it mozzarella cheese? Is it cheese whiz? Okay? Is it some other combination of cheese? I mean, this is a huge, huge thing. So I'm going to ask Soth, what cheese is he using?
I don't know because I haven't been to that place yet because I found out it exists 2 days ago.
Right.
Yeah, and we see Veritas in there. Veritas is voting cheese whiz. Okay, which the next thing is when Soth goes to this place, and if they're using cheese whiz, he's going to come on the show the next weekend. He's going to bitch and moan, say how cheese whiz isn't cheese. Okay, so you're probably not even allowed to have
cheese. Technically, American cheese isn't cheese because it doesn't contain enough dairy for it to be referred to. We actually should be referred to as cheese, but it's a great melt. It's a great melting sort of dairy product as such.
I'm just gonna say in the Blues Brothers, he goes, "Hey boy, did you get my cheese whiz?" Right, and I can't remember if it's Belushi or Aykroyd who throws him the cheese whiz, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a big controversy. I like my cheesesteak with different cheeses at any given time. So, but somebody mentioned brisket, but Philly cheesesteak, man, that's got to be made with ribeye. I don't think anybody complains on that one. I think all the cheesesteak places are aligned on that one.
Ribeye's pretty expensive though.
It's really shaved super thin.
I know it's shaved like super like thinly.
Yeah. Yeah. American cheese. I'm not I much prefer like on my sandwiches like a provolone or a cheddar, right? Or probably isn't a real cheese. I don't even know what the base is for pepper jack cheese. You guys have pepper jack cheese?
Probably called different.
It's got like hot peppers in it. I don't
know. No, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
So I think, I think when you go to that Philly cheesesteak place, if they put cheese whiz on it, then you should say that they should be using, was it like Monterey or something like that?
Oh,
and if they're using the one type of cheese, you should basically tell them that they should use a different type of cheese, and either way, like just to fuck with them. It's like, oh, this isn't a Philly cheesesteak. You need to be using this.
Yes,
using that.
Tell the guy from Philadelphia that it's not a Philly cheesesteak, right?
Well, no, I mean, because there's a controversy among the major cheesesteak.
But that's the thing, yeah.
By the way,
you can't deny it, like, because there's that controversy going on.
See, Geno's. I forget, Commander Starscream? What does Geno's use? Are they the cheese whiz or the different cheese at Geno's? There's like 2 or 3, like the cheesesteak houses, okay, like the big names, right? And Geno's has both, okay. Yeah. So yeah, see, and we clearly have some experts.
That's one way
audience.
to deal with the controversy is, there's a controversy based on which different cheeses should be in a cheesesteak. How about I use fucking all of them?
Whiz or provolone? Yeah. By the way,
or you can choose.
Or you can choose.
Yeah.
I personally would say, don't use cheese by itself. Make a cheese sauce, right?
That's what cheese whiz is.
Yeah, there is definitely that. Yeah, that would work with a cheesesteak, I think, as well.
And I mean, making cheese sauce is super simple. You just make a roux and then you put your cheese in.
Add a shitload of cheese. Yeah.
See that that's whiz. It's the sauce. It's cheese sauce.
Yeah, but you can just make that yourself. You don't need to pay for that, right?
But it's the 7 herbs and spices in the cheese whiz that really make it.
7 herbs and spices, eh?
Yeah, 7 herbs and spices, right? Like Kentucky.
I stole that from.
That's true. Veritas is right. With whiz, you never have a dry cheesesteak, right?
Mm-hmm.
But is it the rib roast? Is it not I thought it was the other one, but yeah. I don't know. And yeah, so cheese whiz not being dairy, that's for the lactose intolerant. They can eat that stuff.
Here's a fun fact: hard cheese doesn't have dairy. Doesn't have lactose.
Yeah, but we're talking about cheese sauce. It's very soft.
Mm-hmm. So.
Something like that.
Either way,
I feel like Soth is like angry at me already.
Soth, you now have a task in the show. So you have to go get one of these cheesesteaks and eat it on the show one time, and we have to go through
it. Wait! I have to get one of these cheesesteaks, let it cool down while bringing it over here. That 50 kilometers. That I have to go to get it.
Don't you have like a hot thing that you can carry it in?
You want me to keep it warm in something? Come on. You need to eat it fresh. Like
Well then, okay, you're
Or
going to be. You know what?
I mean, take your phone with you, and you can just, you can live stream it to Discord.
live stream it. Yeah, live stream it.
That's acceptable.
All right.
You see,
wrap it in foil. It'll be
modern
fine.
Problems,
All right, Veritas.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
That's right. You wrap it in foil, and you have a bunch of baked potatoes, and you stick it in a cooler, and just surround it by baked potatoes wrapped in foil, and it'll just stay perfect. Venison cheesesteak. You know what I have had, Mo? Elk cheesesteak. It is excellent.
You know how my mom keeps the potatoes and shit warm when we have a big dinner?
Yeah.
What? In the oven?
No. She wraps them in a towel and puts them in the bed. Blanket over it.
I mean, I guess that'll work, yeah.
You know what I want to have? I want to have pheasant. I've never had pheasant.
What?
I mean, I've never had pheasant.
You've never had pheasant?
Nope. But there's a Christmas song that says, tasty pheasants. I
don't have an estate, so I haven't had pheasant.
I've had alligator tail. That's excellent.
Why do you need an estate for that? Come on.
It's very much a,
he wants to go.
Class,
he wants to go hunting with his dogs.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have a whole kind of kennel of dogs to go hunting.
Well, for sure, that's the way you do it. But that doesn't work for electric cars anymore. I mean, it doesn't work. Silent voice in the background. I don't know what you're talking about, Jasper. Are you hearing voices in your head?
I'm not muted as far as I can tell.
No, I'm not either. Oh no, I see sound going through.
I would like to say, Soft, did you kill that PMC?
Which one?
The one which lit up your face about a few minutes ago.
That was a scav.
Oh, it was a scav. Okay.
Yeah. I had a whole horde charge me.
Oh, okay.
That was fun. But
one thing that I've come to realize over the past few weeks is that Soth has been heavily doing Tarkov. Yeah. Escape from Tarkov.
I'm gonna give you guys a rare look at what it actually looks like behind me without blacking it out, right? This is not bad.
Oh.
By the way, you're gonna see all this alcohol that I don't drink. It just sits there. See? Go. It went. See that? This is my little shrine back here.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
It should flip here a little way. Hold it. Did we freeze? I think we froze.
You made it. Although you made it sound like it was literally crates of alcohol behind you. Just
guess what?
Up.
We froze. We froze. It looks like maybe Twitch died. Look.
No. That's all right. It's all right.
They're all half full. No, they're not half full. By the way, it looks like my Twitch is the only one that my Twitch
half
feed.
Full because they're half full.
We'll go back. We're gonna go back.
You have to. They're only half full because there has to be proper quality assurance.
By the way, everybody froze on my screen, right? So you'll see right here that we got a picture of Arnold Palmer. That's already there in the kind of right there in the middle. It's like the Arnold Palmer shrine. We have the Skull vodka right there. By the way, I'm going to point out that is the Gay Pride skull. Okay, just pointing that out. Yeah. And then we have the, maybe you see the back of it, the Oracle sailboat, the original sailboat before they did the tri-hull catamaran thing. And then a fuck ton of whiskey. And actually in that box back there, right there, this box, Baker No, the great-great-grandson of Booker No, or the guy who created that thing, he signed it. And then, most important here, we have the book. I don't know why it's there, just because I had no place to put it. The Culture Code, The Secrets of Highly Successful Groups. I don't know, but somebody sent me the book, so I have to read it. But yeah, the last of the 18, and the 15 is going to be tapped shortly after that. So yeah, that's rare insight. And then you see golf hats on my lamps. right? So yeah.
I wondered what that was for a second. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay.
By the way, in the middle there's humidor number 1 and humidor number 2 is down below that you can't see. So that's a rare insight. We're going to bring, the holiday or winter, the winter wonderland,
the winter snowy theme back. Yeah.
Yeah, winter snowy theme back. So that's a little insight, right?
Mhm.
And now Twitch is okay for you guys, but it wasn't for me. It froze on my screen, so it was kind of weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, I did not show you my very, very messy desk that has like a million things on it that I have to deal with.
Such is a thing.
By the way, I have like weird things on my desk, like this right here. Every once in a while I just throw it on my finger. I'm like, what's my heart rate and my oxygen content and my, in my blood? I just want to know that. And if you've seen the little things for the cardia, right? I take a little, medical grade EKG whenever I want, right here on the desk. Just beautiful. So that's kind of,
Do you don't kind of like record that?
This is shit old people have on their desks. Okay, welcome to that segment of the show.
I have. I
don't want to stop you guys, but I just looked at the clock. Do we want to talk?
Holy
about
shit!
Eve?
We do. And by the way, since I rebooted my thing, I don't have any of the things that McLeod had up and ready to go.
I mean, I put them in stuff only anyway. So like,
I'll bring them back up.
Grab them back up.
But Jasper,
it's literally just stuff that we can talk about if we want to talk about. Like I don't expect us to talk about every single one of them. Like it's kind of like a buffet thing. You can go in, you can have just the salad if you want, or you can go in, you can take bits of fucking everything, or you can go deep dive and fucking
Is that like the Pelican?
I've added against Unity, for example, but like I don't know what you guys want to talk about.
Is that like the Pelican?
We could talk
Pelican
about something
package?
completely separate to all of this stuff, like we have been doing the past 45 minutes or so.
Looking over the topics that Mac posted, I think I actually am the biggest news this week in Eve.
You are?
You are. Yeah, you're being investigated for the amount of Plex that you have in your account, I believe.
Yes, CCP has suspicious of me for holding 125,000 Plex.
To be fair, if you have 125,000, I would be very suspicious too.
And that's just on one account. I have another stack on the other account.
Oh, you do? Oh, that's the secret stack that you don't want people to know about.
But by the way,
it's secret because
you've just told us about it
to me. So.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I think that's the stack that they know about that they're not too concerned about. It's the other stuff that you've been acquiring fairly rapidly that they might need to know about.
I've said this before, right? This is not the first time I'm getting this much Plex in such a short time frame, and I'm always surprised that I don't even get a question from a GM about it, right? It's just I must be on a list somewhere. Like, hey, this guy does tournaments. He will have lots of Plex expected.
I'm moving some stuff around and just kind of validating a few things.
What concerns me is this may make people think like, oh, this is how I should. This is how I RMT is I go and set up a bunch of tournaments for a little while, and then a year down the line, I just I'm cleared because I'm on a list. That means that CCP won't ever look into my accounts or think, oh, this is a bit dodgy kind of thing. Like,
yeah, I don't think that's
gonna hold it. Dodgy and okay. So which one of these? A monetary lapse? What is it? Momentary? No. Which one is the one for
a monetary lapse?
I don't know.
Yeah, I have those.
A lot. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I thought in that kind of sense you were talking about monitors.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Not money.
I'm trying to figure out what I threw up here very quickly.
Well, what I would say is, if you're looking for the Anger Games 6 kind of announcement in all of those links that I put, none of them are the Anger Games 6.
Excellent.
Announcement.
Good job. Fantastic.
Because I don't think you have. Like, have you announced it on Reddit?
Yeah, we did.
It
'Cause,
didn't come. It didn't come up in the top.
this is
Whatever it
this
was.
is something, yeah, because this is something we could talk about too.
Mhm.
Don't fucking
ETH
upvote this
people,
stuff enough. Like, come
yeah,
on, guys.
that's the link. People don't upvote tournaments. I don't know why. They complain over and over again that there's
Mhm.
no one doing content for ETH, and then we put a shit ton of work into this stuff and bring content to ETH, and they're just like, yeah, whatever. Not gonna upvote because like I don't do tournaments or shit like that, right?
Just, oh god. But hey, you know, it at least at this point in time,
Mhm.
even though it's not like you're not putting out sort of like promotional stuff for Anger Games being a thing very soon, for people to mark their calendars to watch it, kind of thing. You still need that kind of promotion out there so people can be like, oh, it's actually happening, we might want to go and play this time. So
Yeah, and that's
but
the
like,
thing. See, we always have those teams that come in after the sign-ups are over and be like, hey, we didn't know about this. We would have liked to participate, but like we're too late, right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and I mean, I don't know what else to do at this point because you guys
Well,
might have noticed if you logged into ETH the past few days, it's on the fucking launcher, right?
I mean, if it's on the launcher, then they can't be like, oh, I didn't see it. Like, unless it was one of those sorts of things where, because it's on the launcher, they don't, like, they collectively just screen it out. In the same way. Well, you do that. Like me, I know that you do that. I do that, right? Like, it's one of those things where modern modern advertisement just does not work because we've been able to like just like almost subconsciously screen that shit out.
What I find weird is that it is no longer on the launcher.
Oh, is it not
For
on the launcher? Fuck's sake.
yeah, it's not. I don't know why.
mm.
Because
Just
there's
can't get
because the
the
launcher, it shows the latest news article, right? And
Mhm.
the announcement is still the latest news article.
Mm.
I mean, the only thing that I'm seeing is the starter pack sale, the
Yeah.
get festive thing, and the official Instagram thing. That's
So
the
do
only
we?
three.
So do we just
Like,
say it's
and
on
then
the launcher?
and then
You
it's
can't
like
miss it.
Well, it was on the
it
launcher.
it is. There's like a underneath the actual graphic of the various different things, right? There is get ready for for Anger Game 6, right? But like it's not coming up on the on the graphic that you can
Yeah.
scroll, well, not scroll, but like that you can click next on,
Mm.
right?
By the way,
right?
shout out to
Yeah.
Agami Ito for 63 months of subscribing to INN Tier 1. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you
Thank you.
very, very much, man.
Thank you. Now, it's going to go in my, my retirement account.
And if you have like, if you have
No, we don't get paid to do this.
Twitch Prime, if you have like Amazon Prime, you've got Twitch Prime, and you can
Mm-hmm.
always chuck that to us. Like, it doesn't cost you a thing.
Nope, cost you zero.
Just saying.
Zero.
Just saying.
Yeah, and by the way, you don't need to waste on Amaranth because she's not on this platform anymore. So yeah.
Oh, and the other kind of thing is like, which reminds me when I brought up the launcher is, there's the next Vanguard event is on January 25th, which is coming up soon. Yeah, in like, just like, what, 11 days, something like that, right?
Martha Saab.
Oh, did she?
Oh, sorry, I was looking. I wasn't
She
like
moved.
actually
Somebody says
doing maths there. I wasn't actually doing maths there. I was literally looking at a calendar.
Okay, she streams on Twitch too.
So
Okay. I thought she just went to kick.
yeah, like 12 days. maths is easy when you actually do it that way. But if you're looking at a calendar, it's like.
By the way, Eric is not a big Amaranth fan. She's kind of weird. All right, I'm going into Apollo 11 launch mode here in the chair.
Wait.
I'm gonna
Is
nap.
it weird that you're not a fan, or is she weird?
I think she's just not my cup of tea. I mean,
Not
you
mine
know.
either, but
Okay, so not.
I know whose cup of tea she would be,
No.
considering her, hair color.
I have to ASMR stream. By the way, my daughter will come up and she'll like whisper in your ear or do something. She's like, "This is so and so's ASMR." I'm like, "Well, why don't you just Twitch that?" She's like, "No." Just does it. I have the weirdest daughter, but she's fun. Her and her mom are out of town. They are in Indianapolis at some giant cheerleading event. If you're in Indianapolis, there are probably 8,000 cheerleaders hanging around downtown at the convention center. Crazy.
So your
Stay clear. Stay clear because it's
either
crazy.
your odds are good or stay fucking clear. One of the two.
Now you got to understand. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the wife and the daughter, they're a little bit of germaphobes. Okay, a little bit. Okay, lot of hand sanitizer all over the place. By the way, wife became a germaphobe at the birth of the first child, right? I mean, so just saying. But these same people who are germaphobes, a couple weeks ago when they were grand champions at whatever event they are, they got this big flag, grand champions, all this stuff. What is there a picture of on Facebook? The germaphobe daughter and her friend laying on the ground that everybody walks on with the flag over them like a blanket because they're so tired, that they've been competing all weekend, right? I'm sitting there going, aren't you all the people who are the germaphobes in the family? And there you are, laying there on the floor.
Well, I mean, they it's possible that they might die from that because of their like terrible fucking immune system.
No. Actually, no. Everybody in the house got COVID except the daughter. She never got sick.
How weird.
Yeah. Everybody's dying. We're dying. We're on our deathbed, and she's like, "I don't understand why you people have such a problem. I feel fine." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I want to shoot your face off.
I would say that although that might be interesting from a sort of from the fact that it's she's a germophile but she didn't get like that much or barely any kind of symptoms from it, but like I don't think that is actually I don't think that has actually any tangible kind of link to it.
Now let me explain this, right? Germaphobe, like if they're doing something, they get in the car, they
I know that I know that my mother like barely got any kind of reaction or any kind of symptoms to any of the COVID kind of any of the COVID kind of variations and all that kind of stuff. Yet she still gets like ill from regular kind of flu.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
like it's got nothing to do with that. Like,
yeah, let me characterize germaphobe for you. Like, they're out at events, at the movies, whatever. They're constantly, they use the hand sanitizer and all this stuff. They don't touch doors. They use their elbows, all this stuff, right? However, is the daughter really a germaphobe? Because, she's constantly, like many, many hours a week. Because this is somebody who really does a lot of gymnastic stuff, right? They're on mats. They're on everything. There's like 8 million girls at this. Like, it's not like she goes to a little place where there's like 5 people on a cheerleading squad, right? There's like 20 cheerleading squads of 20 girls, right?
The other kind of thing is like
they're swapping germs all day. Oh yeah,
for a fraction of a moment.
Fraction. Let's circle back to Eve because I'm bored of this shit, right? Yeah.
Well, somehow Amaranth came up. I don't quite know how. But like Amaranth came up, and then we tangented. Like,
well, I said that since she probably wasn't on Twitch anymore, and then somebody said she is back on Twitch. I was trying to get all those subs in here.
But how did they even come up?
Again.
How do they even come up though? Like,
Amaranth.
yeah.
Well, because I said you don't need to waste your free subscriptions on her channel. You should spend it on us. That's where that came.
I think he muted himself. Or
Who muted himself? Who? Oh yeah, yeah. Soth, we can't hear you. Okay, there you're back again.
What do you mean you can't hear me?
Your mouth was going, and we can hear you.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. You know what I want? I want Salisbury steak for dinner.
Are you?
the fuck?
Hmm?
I just like lost sound for you guys for like a while, and it wasn't like some other random thing. Like Discord just didn't want to fucking send anything until.
Well, wasn't Discord cutting 17% of their workforce, right? According to one of your posts. So that's probably now we're gonna have
they're also cutting
17%.
Yeah, they're also cutting 17% of the sound.
There you go.
Every so often.
Yep.
So I missed that end part of you basically of you saying like where the fuck Amaranth came into the conversation, but like.
Oh well,
I'll
because I said
nothing interesting in between. So let's move on.
Good. Okay. Fair enough.
All right. What are we going to talk about?
I'm wondering whether we talk about like Turner or not. Don't want to talk about Turner because I kind of feel like maybe maybe Metashow might talk about Turner in a bit more of a like a.
Well, we can give a little teaser
kind of aspect.
Well, they probably won't. Is there a meta show today? Because if they're in DC, there won't be one, right?
That's a good point.
We're going to transition.
I will poke some people and ask.
Yeah, ask. Look, we got it right here.
We can talk about Turner for sure.
Turner, Civil War, the full breakdown. Right. I'll post that link here.
This is
in the chatorama.
This is
right there. It is.
Yep. So post on obviously the subreddit, right? So thank you very much for the breakdown. Even though I imagine it's probably a little bit biased some way, shape, or form, even if that bias is somewhat like not in any way obvious or kind of
Thank you, Walter, for the breakdown.
Yeah, thank you for that. But essentially, some people said some bad things.
The breakdown of the alliance.
Oh yeah, this was a good point. But some bad words were used between various people, various groups, and
bad words
didn't take too kindly to that, and ultimatums were given, and ultimatums were not met, and so people decided to use the weapons on their ships rather than the words on forums or Discord or local chat.
As it should be.
As it fucking should be, I think.
About doing that, so
exactly.
Content was had.
Very much so. I think that's fine. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that all you got to say about that?
I'm just asking some people about Metashow. So
okay.
Yeah, I do have to say I know nothing about Turner.
There was a video up, but like it does have probably some copyrighted sort of music to it, as it were. But there was a big fucking dread brawl that turned into a bit of a super, not really a super brawl. I think the supers came in to sort of clean the rest of the stuff up, as it were. There wasn't any super on super action, but there was definitely dreads on dread action. I've seen some what I would say is like generated battle reports for that fight. I would say that they are terribly generated battle reports, because it's just like, this time to this time, auto generate the battle report. Like, let's not look into who's fighting on whose side, and then just basically say that that's fine.
It's
You
just
got
like,
like,
hey, we
you got
this many
basically
Thorians got destroyed, but who knows who won?
who knows who won, who knows who's on which side, kind of thing. But I kind of cleaned it up a little bit. I don't give two fucks about groups that have like up to maybe 5 members being on whichever side. So I just basically put them all onto fucking one side, and when those are the fucking people who just passing by, or tried to get in a few shots to be on a kill mail, etc., whatever.
Here's your
But like
participation trophy.
Yeah, exactly. Like people who are just there for participation trophies, or to get on a kill mail or whatever, right? But like you essentially have, um, give me a second. You essentially have like, where is it? There's the battle report. You essentially have like deep water hooligans, and then like the people who are somewhat assisting in with deep water hooligans, like Frat, Pandemic Horde, Northern Coalition, Purple Helmeted Warriors, that kind of people. Against Volta, snuffed out. I don't think Shadow Cartel were actually against them as such. Like, it's a case. I think it might have been a bit of a enemy of my enemy sort of thing situation going on. But like, I know that Goon Swarm and I know that in it sort of came in just a third party, even though it doesn't look like we have it. It doesn't look like third party numbers, but obviously we have enough members to be able to just put together a fleet fairly quickly and get to the location to partake in the brawl. But if people like Horde and Fraternity are appearing, then you can fucking bet that in it are gonna come by and smash some heads together, right? But yeah, there were a lot of dreads and a lot of death.
A lot of
I'm sure a lot of
dread.
fun was had by all, but it all started because of some bad, some serious drama.
Always drama.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
The funny thing is, the funny
Yes.
thing is, like with this this full breakdown by Reload,
Yeah.
refers to the initiative as Big Ab aligned. It's like, I don't know about that. Because if
As
you look at
what?
it, because as
Are you
well,
looking at the battle report?
BIGAB aligned, so that's basically um that's this kind of alliance sort of thing with along
Mhm.
with um that are the other side against Volta, which is
Right.
to me it's really weird, because that basically puts the initiative on the same side as um was it on the same side as like Fraternity and Pandemic Horde and Northern Coalition, and it's like you look at the things that we were shooting in that fight, and it was Deep Water Hooligans, Fraternity, Pandemic Horde, and Northern Coalition. So I don't think you can kind of say that initiative were Big Ab aligned, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's so there's a degree of uh you know for doubt on this sort of full breakdown, as it were, right?
Eh,
By the way,
at the end of the day, it's one
Like
person's narrative, right?
exactly, well, exactly.
It's
That's what I
never the
mean.
full picture.
That's what I mean. But I'm just from my kind of cursory look at it, I'm like, I don't know. It's it's a breakdown. It's not the breakdown. It's not a definitive breakdown. It definitely gives you a little bit of context as to what was going on there. But like, yeah, there's definitely some sort of like dodginess when it comes to sort of, you know, pointing at people and going, "You are on this side, you are on that side." So
Yeah, and I mean, if you want a definitive breakdown like that, you need it from a person who is not aligned with anyone involved, but still knowledgeable enough of the conflict, right? Um, which most of the time, a person like that doesn't exist in Eve.
yeah.
Because if we like to do one thing, it's picking sides.
That is very true, and so it's really kind of funny when you see sort of down the current parties involved near the sort of bottom of it. It's like Spectre Fleet, true neutral, Shadow Cartel, true neutral, and then like Frat, true neutral. Like, wait,
No.
what? Pandemic or true neutral? I'm wondering about this now. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, if by true neutral you mean we're just going to shoot both sides, then yeah, sure. Why not?
Well,
yeah, but I don't think they would. I don't think they were
right?
shooting. I don't think they were shooting both sides. I think this is just a,
It could also be, hey, they don't care about the outcome of the fight, right? They don't care about the objective. They are just there for kills. You could argue that's a neutral stance.
Yeah, but you don't know whether somebody coming to that fight, because some another group is there, it is a true neutral. Like, they may not be, they may not really care too much about the reason for the fight, but they're there just because they hate a certain group, and that group has decided to go there to fight, and so they want to go there and fucking blow some of their ships up. Like, I know that is generally the reason for a lot of like fights that Init gets into when they're sort of third parties. It's basically, our long-standing enemy for many, many, many years has decided to poke their nose in over here. Let's go fuck it up. Basically.
Give me a moment. I have to accept another Plex contract.
As was said, like, yesterday, I think we know some people who can double that Plex for you in Jitter.
I know some people who can double that for me as well. But they aren't in Jita.
No?
Yeah,
but will they actually double it? I'm sure. As I think you all know, the people who aren't in Jitter that are offering like doubling services, are the fake ones, quite clearly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
That's how that
I am now
goes.
sitting at 130,000 Plex.
Is that all?
Well, plus my personal Plex.
Hey,
Son,
you might be
Son,
in the top 50% of people who own Plex.
would you share
Maybe.
would you share which account that's on so we know which one to hack? Oh, wait. We're actually on the air when I said that. Sorry. I didn't really mean that. Didn't mean that.
Oh, God.
I do want to point out for anyone trying anything nefarious with this, like, I don't know,
Yeah.
making a character of a similar name or some shit like that.
Nobody knows what name it's on.
That,
yeah.
Well, it's in the announcement, right?
Oh, okay. All right.
Or at least it's in the announcement on how to sign up. The last time someone tried to make a character that close to the same name as the one that's taking the Plex for the tournament, that character was gone within 2 hours.
There you go.
Because I might complain a lot about CCP, but when it comes to this kind of stuff, when it comes to the integrity of these big tournaments, they keep their word.
No,
That's good.
I would say, Soth, like if you are accepting contracts, make sure to double check those contracts just in
Oh
case.
yeah, I
Just
am
in case they
double-checking that they
just
are
in case they
actually
don't
offering me flags.
not telling you to sort of pay through Plex. Or potentially, you know, AT ships, maybe.
Well, I don't have any AT ships, so if someone is contracting me AT ships, I will click accept very, very fast.
There you go. Thank you very much. Ooh. Holy crap, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost
It's almost half past the
we
hour.
don't- yeah, I mean, holy crap. The second hour, half past the second hour. Holy shit. By the way, little
I was wondering whether we should, like, you know, spend a few moments and have a look at some really, really gorgeous ship skins.
Did you post those in the thing? By the way, just a little
I did, yes.
little cheerleader update. Team number 1 of Daughter of Erik. 0. They just posted out there. 0 deductions from their performance. Performance number 1.
Oh, fucking fantastic!
Oh yeah, they do like all kinds of. You perform day 1 and then you perform day 2. I mean, they go to like 8, 9 o'clock every night. They start at 8 a.m. They're weighted and they do different things, but at least the first routine, no deductions. Now that doesn't. It's much like ice skating. I think you can, you know, have varying levels, but I think within your own level, 0 deductions. That's a big deal. So
It is.
the girls really get jazzed when they get 0 deductions. They get excited. It's kind of funny. So I kind of wish I was there to see that. That's pretty cool. By the way, so
congrats on them for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe in the last tournament, the dads got an award for the girls. For our little group of girls, that they were the best fans. I guess we have some very loud dads that yell and scream for the girls. So that's awesome. Serious. I mean, it's a big deal. They're out there.
You're saying that the cheerleaders have cheerleaders.
Absolutely, yes. They do. Oh my God! If you have,
it's just
okay.
It's cheerleaders all the way down. Just saying.
I'm just imagining like a row of like 20 dads with like pom-poms and
no. They're like, so the way they do these events, like, you know, when your kids are out there, you can go to the front, like there's a front area. And okay, you know how they say, well, you may not know, but in like youth sports, you go watch soccer, whatever, they don't want you to yell at your kids from the sidelines. Just let your kids play, right? That is thrown out the window at yours. Number one, all the girls from that aren't up in the next couple minutes, right, from your organization are there. And then you've got all the moms. And then you got all the dads that are there, right? And that is so loud. I mean, it's like being at a Taylor Swift concert. I mean, they're going nuts.
I just want to point out that they're called cheerleaders. So
I know.
You're cheering for them. They're kind of doing their job, right?
Well. Understand, this is competitive cheer. They're not cheerleaders. They're cheer. They're not cheerleaders. They're cheer. I don't know.
They're not leading.
Like, I'll be honest. My daughter does not like cheering for like basketball, football, and all that stuff that they do at school. She likes the competitive cheer when they're out there. They're doing their stunts. They're doing lifts. They're doing all kinds of crazy things. And they got to be in sync. She really gets jazzed on that. It's like exciting to see them get so jazzed on that. But anyway, 0 point deductions. I don't want to derail us. Let's go on to our the skins. So I got to see if I've got the skins stuff up.
Yeah. So it was that post just after all the Turner stuff that in Staff Only. From Tamba, it's all the kind of like crazy stuff from Tamba. It was some spectacular art from Tamba.
There it is. Oh yeah. Yeah. I did have that up, but I clicked on the link again to bring it back up. So let's transition over to that sucker. All right, here we are. Momentary lapse of sanity, right? Is that what we're looking at?
Yes.
Right there?
Yes.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Your lack of dark mode offends me.
You know what? I'm actually in
Yeah.
dark mode. It just makes it white.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
may have two dark modes that are competing against each other.
I don't know. We'll look at it later.
You mean they
stop being
cancel each other
offended.
out?
Stop being
Yes.
Stop being offended, you little prick.
Two
right.
darks make a one.
I like, dude. I like this one.
There's some really nice.
That is sharp, baby.
Really nice stuff.
Actually, let's
Hammond knows how to do fucking ship skins. Like,
how's that?
Can I
make that bigger?
Can I get Tamba to make skins for Anger Games?
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
I like the noses.
Oh, that's cool too. That's sweet.
There's a few Gnosis ones. They're great.
The top one.
Ooh.
That one.
Yeah. That's very reminiscent of some of the other skins. Like that's actually a really nice skin as well. Like there's a few of those are quite nice.
This is like fireworks. Ooh. Ah. Ooh.
I feel like I've yet to see a Venture skin that like really, really works with the Venture. I don't know why. I like
this is some cool shit right here. The lime green. I mean, this is
the lime green and gray, like Drake.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah.
That
can I bring?
It looks fantastic.
FC, can I bring a Drake?
With that skin, hell, fucking yes.
Absolutely,
would be my response.
So, yep, that's pretty much.
That's
you know.
Yeah. The thing is, Tambra has designed some ship skins for CCP for the game.
Those.
So hopefully more of those like make their way into the game because Jesus.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw that link out there for everybody so you guys can go look at it right there yourself.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
I'm definitely tempted to go talk to CCP to be like, hey, can we have these skins for Hunger Games?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so good. That would be so good.
That would be freaking amazing.
Hunger Games sponsored by Tamba.
Answer, right? The answer is gonna be, we can talk about it for next time, but not this time.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Because of time frames.
Yeah, that is always the case, right?
What's up, boys?
But hey, it would be fantastic if you could kind of get that going. That'd be crazy.
I know.
That would be awesome. Yeah. I'm not sure how much work CCP has to put into these once Tamba has made them.
I could see Anger Games 7 by Sothrasil, sponsored by Caldari Prime Pony Club.
You know what? I have Tamba in my DMs, so I will just ask them.
Yeah, fucking go for it. Make that shit happen. That'd be fantastic.
Amazing.
Yes, very much so. I like that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. So, other than that, there was some interesting and kind of there was some moments where because I'm not exactly that connected into what's going on in Eve as such, but like Eve has been cropping up even in places that I normally don't really see Eve related content, right? One of those is there's a podcast that I watch every so often that is Star Citizen related, right? And when I say Star Citizen related, I don't mean like all the like huffing the hopium and all that kind of shit about Star Citizen is blah 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 etc, right?
Mm-hmm.
That it's going to be some amazing thing or whatever, and people it's a lot of what you see on like when it comes to sort of podcasts and stuff like that, when it comes to Star Citizen, is people basically just like full on the hopium and completely believing that this thing is going to be the most amazing thing in the world, etc., even though they've been saying it for like a decade, and it still hasn't become that thing in a decade, kind of thing, right? But one of the podcasts that I kind of catch up on that is a little bit more grounded, a little bit more kind of realistic when it comes to sort of talking about Star Citizen is one called Answer the Call. It's one that's headed by a guy called Salty Mike. And it also has a guy, a streamer called Cronky as well. And apparently Cronky's been playing a lot of Eve. Which caught me unawares, to be completely honest. I was like, oh shit, okay, fair enough. You know, he apparently he got, you know, pulled back into Eve by the whole 10 or so days of Omega. Right at a good time for him to be jumping into playing a bunch of Faction War. So it seems that the Faction War update and the you know, the bit of Omega that CCP gave everybody has definitely helped in bringing new people into playing Eve. So yeah, pretty cool.
It is. It is.
Yeah. There was also a something that we missed pre-Christmas, which was a MMORPG article about a guy, obviously, who writes for MMORPG, talking about what their best MMO experience in 2023 was, and straight up just said, you know, that their you know best experience in an MMO in 2023 has been EVE Online. Crazy, right?
It is crazy.
But yeah, and you know, if you reading down into it, you know, talking about the Havoc expansion, talking about, you know, the update to Faction Warfare, and you know, going in, being in a fleet, having some PvP action in Faction Warfare and all that kind of jazz. So, you know, the Faction Warfare update has been an extremely good update for EVE. Long may it continue, even though it has its issues. But like at this point, it's a case of, you know, we're talking about small issues comparatively to what Faction Warfare used to be like. But still, you know, you still have those niggling issues that I'm sure CCP are gonna, you know, figure out and crack down on, right?
Sorry, I'm busy.
Shooting people in Tarkov, maybe?
No, I'm actually busy writing to Tamba.
My God! Oh right, okay, you are writing to Tamba. That's nice.
Yes.
That's cool.
and looking at that Kisrael skin, being like, I want that.
But by the way, the real is that actually, you know, for Imperium's like Imperium's sort of faction warfare stuff. I'm just wondering. Oh, cool. Okay, so sorry about that. Like, let's see if this command actually does work. Will it? Will it? Won't it? Will it? No, no, I don't think it will. So I'll post the Discord link. There you go. Sorry, mate. Like, I had to check, but apparently we don't have that that particular command working at the moment. I'll have to poke somebody about that. But
there you go.
know, there's the Discord link. I copy pasted it from the Real Fatback to the Discord for you know, Goon Swarm's official faction warfare group.
Did question for you, did you ever get any feedback whether Meta show's on today or not?
Oh, hang on. Let me double check that.
Yeah.
Sorry, jumping between two PCs.
No,
right now.
It's not on today.
Then they must. This is the weekend I'm missing. I missed it. It's terrible. I really wanted to go.
Mark was going to do it solo, but he's been sick and kind of crazy. So
Yeah.
So Mark's kind of looking to wanting to do it do a meta show this weekend in some way, shape, or form. So maybe it might be tomorrow, but he'll see how it goes. But like, I don't think there's going to be one tonight as such. There is obviously a DC meet that we were talking about earlier on in the show. So generally, when that happens, Brisk isn't around to do the meta show as such. And I mean, post Christmas, people have been coming down with the flu here, there, and everywhere. So it's like, it's been a bit kind of a bit apocalyptic in that regard. People are kind of going, I'm ill, man. I mean, I don't generally tend to get ill, and I got ill over the Christmas period and New Year period. So, I can attest to that.
Absolutely.
It's not the way that we kind of would have wanted to start the week or the year off, right? To start as you mean to carry on, kind of thing. But like, yeah, we our shows will definitely get a little bit more scheduled, a little bit more consistent, as it were. Iron out some of those bugs that we had today.
Bugs.
Shape or form. Bugs, errors in the code, ghosts in the machine.
I think you're viral and bacterial bugs. Mm-hmm. I'm actually getting over like an inner ear infection. Actually, it's my last day of antibiotics.
I mean, I had an ear infection like early December, late November, sort of thing. So
I got up.
It does really suck.
Yeah, I popped up out of bed one day and I was like, whoa, I'm just gonna lay back down. Right. I was just dizzy as hell, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Right. So I hopped in the doctor. I said, what's going on? Is this medication? What is it? Right. And the little doctor, she peers in my ear. She goes, oh, that ear doesn't look really good. I think you got an inner ear infection. I'm like, oh, great. But I didn't have
it sucks when that happens.
I didn't really have pain in my ear. It just, but
it's not pain. It's not pain. It's not pain. It's just kind of discomfort kind of thing. And, you obviously
I felt nothing.
Feel a little bit dizzy. You feel a bit dizzy.
It was
sometimes. And like, yeah.
I got up it was only when I got up from laying in bed, right? Which could be a lot of things like low blood sugar, low blood pressure, all that can make that happen, right?
Well, you're also like, you're also in a horizontal position as well, which doesn't help when it comes to sort of.
I thought he was about to say you're getting old.
You're also getting old, but then again, we're all getting old.
Well,
so it's fine.
I mean, and as you can tell, I'm kind of a heavy.
You're not getting old. You're not getting older faster than any of us. Like we're all getting older at the same rate, so don't worry about it.
And I'm a heavy guy, right? So I can have all kinds of things, but like blood pressure and things. But I have like perfect blood pressure. Knock on metal desk. I mean, all my doctors are like, you have like perfect blood pressure. I'm like, thank you very much. Thank you.
I just want to point out, Mac, if you go fast enough, you actually go older slower than the rest of us.
Yes, technically that is the case. Okay, yeah, but like it's not by any real, significant amount in any way, shape, or form, unless you are getting towards the actual speed of light. Yeah,
not the actual speed of light, but relative speeds. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
So does that mean that people that go running technically, age slightly slower? Does running slower? I mean, I guess you would have to
age. No, they don't age slower. They age slower than the people who aren't running. Like in comparison, right?
Well, but
to them, it's still aging at the same speed. Like,
but wouldn't you have to run?
You really want me to explain relativity to you?
No.
But I would say though that like if you're running and you're putting, I'm not going to say that people who don't run are less likely to have heart attacks because there's obviously that bell curve of people who are fine, and then there's people who are really not fine, who are having lots of heart attacks, and then there's people like in the extreme ends, right?
Or the people
at the extreme ends of like fitness and like super fit and not really fit at all kind of thing are having like more heart attacks because but I'm gonna either side you're putting a lot of pressure on your heart, right?
You need to talk about this, author, so because if they are running the opposite direction that the Earth is spinning, technically, okay, or if they're running north and south, right? I mean, if they're running, with the spin of the Earth, maybe they're getting a little bit, better aging. But if you're going against,
No, if you want to maximize the effect, clearly you go running on the ISS.
Yeah, true. But I mean, we're
the next thing that billionaires do.
That's right. We're gonna fly you up there
on the ISS, so they age slower.
You know what we need? This is where we need to cue the music from the $6 Million Man show that probably none of you have ever seen because you're all too young.
See, I thought we were going to get into like super weird conspiracy theories and stuff. No,
that would be X-Files. That would be ley lines. Oh,
like if you're not running, like
ley lines. We are going into like fantasy stuff.
Well, now we start going. If you're a race car driver, is that better than running? I don't know.
I mean, you are going pretty fast. You are going much faster than running.
I do need to point out that while you age slower compared to someone who isn't moving as fast, to yourself, you're just still aging at the same speed, right?
Yeah, and also technically you're going in a circle, so like it is canceling itself out. So.
and then those people who are jet fighter pilots, right? I mean.
Oh, they go fast.
They go fast.
They must live very
because
long.
I saw Top Gun Maverick.
Unless they fly Boeing, 7.
All those people.
Max.
No, they survived. The door blew out. They survived. Okay. One kid had his shirt ripped off. Can you imagine that? You're in the seat. And a deep pressure jet rips your shirt off. Okay.
I have to disagree with Mac here. Clearly, fresh air is very good for your health.
Yeah, but at the correct oxygen level
for your health, it's the stopping after the fall that is really unhealthy.
Yeah. Plus, it's the percentage of oxygen at 16,000 feet, right? Versus a little lower.
Hey, I'm just saying, everybody who's breathed oxygen has died in the entire world.
That is correct. That is correct.
I mean, technically, oxygen is what kills you in the end.
Welcome to Push to Talk, the Truth Edition.
Yes, the truth is out there.
Push to Talk, a really lighthearted show.
I can't whistle worth a shit, but yeah, okay. Try to do the X-Files thing.
You did hear that there's the AI that basically are able to predict your the day of your death or the how long you'll live to a really high accuracy.
I died last month.
Well, that sucks.
True story.
The AI.
Yeah.
According to your PC, that might have been the case.
Well, yeah. Well, my PC.
That's where the issues come from. Your PC thinks you're dead.
It is. Like.
So I don't need to play ball anymore. Like I could just do what I want.
That's right, motherfucker. All right.
You just have to remind it that you're still alive. That's the case.
By the way, so Ranchellian said on the ISS you're getting a higher dose of radiation. But yeah, I mean, yes, so you're aging slower and you're going to turn into, Spider-Man, Superman, or the Hulk. Okay. I'm not sure that's so bad.
Either that or like, I mean, we've all been told that radiation's bad, but like, is it really bad? Like,
Well, not for the, Spider-Man.
If that radiation is aligning your chakras, then you're probably better.
Ooh, chakra alignment. You know what? I'm going to go get my chakras aligned today.
And how much?
Yeah, exactly.
And over how long a time period we're talking.
Just remember, in all the modern literature, radiation always creates superheroes. All right, I'm just saying. Can't be all bad. All right.
Did you just describe comics as modern literature?
Sure, why not?
I feel like Caleb would be really happy with that.
Oh, by the way,
He
by
might
the
be
way,
the only one
by the
that's
way,
happy with that.
by the way, I'm not going to wait till one last thing to do this. I'm going to do it right now. Happy birthday, Caleb. Happy birthday. I expected you to be here, but you blew us off. Happy birthday.
It's his birthday. He's out celebrating his birthday.
You know he's okay. Number one, it's Caleb. He's taking a fucking nap. Okay, you know he is.
Also, so there's also this other thing with Caleb where he operates not on a 24-hour clock as well. So you have to understand this about Caleb is he operates I think on like a 26 or 27-hour clock. Like every so often you'll be like, Caleb, why are you up at like
Professor McLeod
4 a.m. or whatever?
I have a question, Professor.
And it's like,
McLeod.
well, I only woke up like three hours ago. Like, what the fuck?
My
Professor McLeod.
Why are you up to ask that question?
Professor McLeod, who isn't operating on a 24-hour clock here on the Earth?
I mean, Caleb.
Oh, Caleb.
That's the point. That's the reason why I said it.
Never not take a nap. The caveman. Right. Never not nap.
That almost sounds like Kawaii.
Right here.
Hey man, are you Kawaii?
Oh, by the way, media, not media. But yeah, I don't know. Did you hear? Everybody knows who Skydance Studios are, right? And all the shit that they produce, all the cool shit, right? Like Reacher,
like films.
By the way, I was McLeod, I was gonna send you some Clark bars, and then I went and looked at my Clark bar thing, and there's none left. All the children ate them. So sorry.
That's unfortunate.
But in the last episode, Reacher got a Clark bar. Okay, just pointing that out.
Yep.
But anyway,
so that was funny. I like that reference.
So Skydance does all the Reachers and all that stuff. They got things everywhere. They may be making an all cash bid for the parent company of Paramount.
Ooh.
Well, I mean,
interesting. Oh yeah, new Paramount
merger. What's that company worth now? About 350.
Interesting.
Skydance or Paramount?
Paramount.
I think Paramount's worth somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 or 7 billion, and Skydance is 3.5 billion, I think. In valuation.
but the way they have been treating their IPs, pretty sure they were worth more 20 years ago.
Didn't Paramount say that they were kind of doing Didn't Paramount say that they were going to be doing a like a little reboot, but like a kind of like they're going to be looking into like revitalizing the Stargate kind of franchise?
I heard Star Trek.
No, there has been talk about a reboot of Stargate.
Okay. Well,
they have tried before and failed horribly.
Well, yeah, the Universe one was fucking terrible.
No, not the Universe. Universe was awesome. The
Universe
was the mini series that you could only watch online. That was playing in the 60s or something. Like they didn't really do a reboot. They did more like a prequel, but it was weird.
Well, I did hear rumors.
That's probably why it didn't work so well, because like they niched the fuck out of it and then released it in a place that basically almost nobody fucking saw or realized was happening.
No one could watch it.
It's like fucking Sci-Fi Channel releasing, doing what is it, fucking Firefly, and going, well, I don't understand. There's not really that much like many people watching it. Well, there would be more if you put it like if you like actually told people about it and put it in on a time and put it on a good decent time slot. Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Like, imagine Firefly happening 10 years later on a streaming service.
Like a decent streaming service.
It would probably get cancelled by Netflix. Let's be honest,
By the way, I did hear rumor of a prequel to Star Trek, also, and I really didn't get down with any of the Stargate things other than the original movie. I like the original movie, but after that, I just
What?
No.
Come
There's some
on.
good stuff. There's some good stuff with the
I
original
understand. I
Stargate.
just never got into it.
The
Sorry.
original series is awesome. Like, I know the last 2 seasons were not as good as the stuff before that.
Mhm.
But I still liked it, right? And especially if you compare it to things like Star Trek Discovery, right?
Oh God.
So that's the Soffersill equivalent to American Bandstand. I like it. It's got a great beat, but you can't dance to it.
But then again, there's other Stargate kind of franchises that like really like initially like may have not got the greatest of initial starts, but like
Yeah.
really grew into being their own thing, like really good as their own thing. Like, Atlantis, right? Like I
Mhm.
don't think everybody can say that they were an absolute like crazy massive fan of Atlantis on the first series, but like once that show actually got going, it was really fucking good. Like they really fleshed out
I
their
still
characters. They really did a lot of good things. And fucking Jason Momoa started like really at that like with Atlantis, like when it came to acting, as far as I recall.
yeah,
Like
pretty
and
much.
he's gone to like all sorts of like crazy heights now.
I mean, he was in what's it called again? I'm gonna look this up.
I don't know. Looks like you put on a little muscle soft. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, Jason Momoa.
Yeah, don't you remember that from Dune?
Um,
Looks like you put on a little muscle. Yeah, really? No.
I mean, he was that. Obviously, he was the sort of like recent Aquaman kind of thing.
Yep.
But well, you mean before Atlantis?
Oh, I'm talking about Duncan, Idaho.
No, actually,
Okay.
Atlantis is the first big one
Like,
he was on.
yeah, yeah,
Like
Mm-hmm.
in a quote unquote leading role, right?
yeah. Oh, are you thinking Game of Thrones?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
No, I think I mixed him up with someone else
Oh, okay.
in one of the
Because
other
he went from Atlanta.
sci-fi
He went
shows.
from doing like little bits in Baywatch or something like that, like to Atlantis, and then to Game of Thrones, and then to like doing things like fucking Justice League and Aquaman, um, and then his role as Duncan in Dune, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
But his first real like proper kind of thing was Stargate Atlantis.
Thing is, I know you don't like Universe, but
It's not that I don't like Universe. It's just like it was. There were. I liked the idea of it. I liked the kind of like the episodic kind of nature to it, and it having a bit of a bit more of a structured kind of flow through the
Yeah.
various different episodic
Mm-hmm.
stuff that actually has like
Obviously,
content. Like
obviously, it was rushed at the end because they were
yeah,
told they're getting cancelled, right?
yeah,
Um, that's what I like about like I like the direction they were going.
mm,
You could really tell the first season they were still taking their time and actually creating these characters, right? Um,
yeah.
but the second season is a mess because they were told at the start of the season, "Hey, this is the last season," right?
You probably should
Um,
figure out how to wrap it up. It's like
yeah,
Jesus
and they
Christ.
did actually try to wrap it up, unlike other shows that get cancelled that just end in a
Stop.
cliffhanger and you never hear anything from them again.
Yeah. Oh, Firefly.
Ooh.
I mean, Firefly got a movie.
They did get a movie. They did wrap it up in the movie kind of thing. And
Yeah,
the hilarious thing is, I know a lot of people who saw the movie, Serenity first, and then realized, oh shit, like there's a TV series that goes along with
yeah.
this. Like fuck,
Like I saw the movie first.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I did.
Because you got to remember, streaming services weren't really a thing at that point, and the show wasn't being shown anywhere in Germany.
Yeah, it was very limited in the UK as well. Like, I don't think
and they
I
wondered
don't recall
why-
seeing it at all in the UK.
Yeah, and they wondered why it didn't perform well. Well, if you don't show it anywhere,
And this goes into sort of like some of the conversations that we had like last night about like streaming services just being fucking terrible about geo blocking content and just basically denying, you know, content to be able to be seen by a large majority of the fucking world for I don't know whatever fucking reason, right? Like it makes no sense.
no.
Maybe there's some executives out there that are not getting their fucking pound of flesh and they're angry about it, and because of that they're basically restricting content to the world. And you know, people who are making shows, pouring their life heart, like their life into it, their blood, sweat and tears into it, are basically getting, you know, are basically, you know, having all of their work nullified by some arsehole in a suit that isn't getting their cut.
And
That's
like
fucking shameful.
as a consumer, it just sucks, you know.
It does, yeah.
When you see a show, you find a show you want to watch, you find interesting, and then it's like, oh yeah, you can only watch season 3 on this platform, right? And then you have to go investigate where you can watch the first 2 seasons. Like, what the fuck is that?
I mean, there's many times where I'm kind of there going like, oh, I really like to watch like, or it's like a series that you remember watching like a long while ago and you haven't seen it for ages, and you're like, okay, like, you know, I'd really like to watch that series again. Where is it? Like, you know, you have to fucking do Google searches to figure out where the fuck it actually is, and sometimes those Google searches do, you know, come up with the, you know, oh, it's on this platform, it's on this streaming service, etc. But sometimes it's just like, nope, you know. It's good luck finding it yourself.
Yep.
And people wonder why, you know, and you know, companies wonder why, or production and publishing companies wonder why people are starting to fucking pirate things again.
Come on, Mac. If you can't find it on one of the streaming services, there's a torrent of options for you there.
I like what you did there.
I stole that from who said
Yes.
that again?
Guess what time it is, boys and girls?
Oh yeah, it was someone actually like fairly famous that said that, right?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't recall. I don't recall who. I know you. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's just like, ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, who said that?
So, boys and girls, it is time for one last thing. What do you got?
If you guys are interested in tournaments, there's already 54 teams signed up to Hunger Games. So if you want to take part, hurry up, sign up, right? Because we're capping it at 64, so there's 10 spots left.
Get them while they're hot.
Yep.
Yep. Daddy Soth needs his plex.
Needs his plex. That's right. All right. How about you, McLeod?
Fuck. I don't know. I think maybe the only kind of thing is like, so there was I'm gonna see if I can fucking find this, or figure out how to actually like link this because it's on a separate computer. But there was an interesting article about gambling, about game development, gambling, that kind of thing. It was like an interview by interview on a like a particular website that was basically interviewing a CCPer, senior CCPer. He's like, I think he was like senior strategist at CCP. And normally when I hear those two kind of those things kind of aligning together, like interview senior strategists, online gambling. I normally go, oh fuck, right?
There's one word missing to go. Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah. Normally Web3 or crypto,
Bitcoin,
right?
yeah.
Or Bitcoin
Yeah.
or something like that, right? And you're there going, oh fuck, it's gonna this is gonna be another fucking terrible take, right? It wasn't a terrible take. It was actually a guy who has his head screwed on correctly, basically saying,
Yeah.
all of the fucking all of the game development that centers around basically making games that are essentially gambling, have gambling kind of mechanics and stuff like that at their core are terrible, and they should be terrible, and people shouldn't play it, and we should basically be better as game developers in developing games for enjoyment, not for gambling, or for trying to take advantage of people's gambling addictions, and peddling gambling addictions to children and minors and that kind of stuff. And it was just like, my God, there's actually a sensible person at a high level in CCP who thinks gambling is basically a really bad thing for game developers to latch onto. I was kind of stunned, to be completely honest. It was amazing.
That's
I
wild.
can't pronounce his name. But,
this is not a
it was good one.
surprise.
All
right.
If I link it in hang on. Let's fucking I'll see if I can link it in chat. I've got I'm straddling between two different PCs with two different kind of things going on. So I've got the stream chat on one PC, and then I've got Discord and stuff on the other PC, and the link is on Discord, and I want to put it on the stream PC, and it's just yeah, fuck it. But I will chuck the link in chat. But yeah, that will be my that's my other one last thing, as it were.
Your other one last thing?
Well, that's my one last thing, yeah.
All right. So my one last thing is I promise to have my technical problems fixed by next week. Hopefully we'll be on time next week. No, that's really
Someone
it.
clip
So
that.
yeah, somebody clip that. Clip that. No, but yeah, no, I really don't have much in America. Monday, big holiday, Martin Luther King Day. So a lot of people will be off, be gaming, doing lots of things that they can do. So there you go.
So that's the I just linked the article there in chat. It's from Technopedia. It's developers have a responsibility to gamers navigating addiction with CCP games. It was a interview with Tryggvi Haraldsson, maybe. I don't know. Soft. I butchered that name. I know that I butchered that name. If you want to have a go with that name, yourself, go for it. But anybody who can pronounce that name, go for it.
Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck with
So,
it.
you have any ideas on how to pronounce his name?
No, I don't see it.
It's in stream chat.
In stream chat? What?
Twitch stream chat. What do you want? Do you want me to put it in staff only?
No, I have no idea how to pronounce that.
Yeah, exactly right. So I had a go, but he seems to be a very, a decent guy in charge of some serious things at CCP, which is good because he's got a background in behavioral science, and he's a father of four, so you know.
Alrighty. Well, that's
Good
it.
things, good stuff.
Well, hey, it's 3:07 U.S. Eastern Time. We made it through a whole show, so that's amazing. So
Yes,
yes,
a minimum set standard for the show.
minimum standard.
We made it through.
Yeah, we made it through. Thank God. Oh. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. It's been a wonderful Saturday hanging out with all of you guys. We'll be back, same bat time, same bat channel. Actually, we'll probably be on time next weekend. And we are out of here, buddy. Bye. Bye.
Cheerio. Bye.
Oh, holy crap, a Christmas tree box just came down. They're taking shit down. That's awesome. So, all right. I don't know. McLeod, do you have time to do sound stuff, or you want to try it a little later in the week or something?
Oh, we could do that now. Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna
I don't think
share.
we're out yet. Are we out yet?